that time, and it's still in pieces now. We wanted to change everything around Africa and in the crypto space, and also in the blockchain and digital space. And that is what you are here to experience tonight. We wanted to make the product for Africans, by Africans, and to build the crypto infrastructure across Africa. And to help us in laying the foundation and to tell us how all of this started, ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy, please put your hands together for the CEO, Mara, in person of Chi Nnamdi. Ladies and gentlemen, a special round of applause for Chi as he comes up. Before that time as he's coming, please fix your eyes on the screen. We have a story to tell you. Thank you very much. You're welcome, sir.
To Mara, the digital financial ecosystem that empowers Africans to take advantage of the vast opportunities available in the digital economy. Mara Wallet is your gateway to the world. With your Mara Wallet, you simply deposit money in your local currency, have your cash invested into alternative finance opportunities, and trade instantly. You can also send and receive money from loved ones and Mara Tribe members easily, cheaply, and instantly with Mara Send. Dream to learn with Mara Academy. Our innovative courses and selected partners provide insightful knowledge of the digital economy and empower you to access and even create global opportunities. Mara Foundation is our non-profit dedicated to accelerating blockchain capacity building in Africa. Our vision is to empower Africans to solve major environmental, economic, and social challenges for a sustainable future. The Mara Tribe is our pan-African community of thinkers and builders that are poised to make every member's dream a reality and lead a digital finance movement that will redefine Africa. Enter the Maraverse and join the Mara Tribe now. Mara, empowering Africans' dreams.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Chi as he takes it from here.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming. We really appreciate your attendance here. Mara Kwenu! Mara Kwenu! I want to start off by sharing a little bit about my background and why Mara. So I remember about a decade ago I discovered Bitcoin, blockchain technology. I was at a party in Los Angeles. And then about a couple of years later I went to a launch party for Tether. I bought one Bitcoin, only one, because I was like, what is this? Little did I realize it was the beginning of the future. So I went to a party about 2 years later. That was a launch party for Tether. Most of you know Tether, right? And it was there at that party that one, I realized that I was the only person who looked like me. That was one thing. And then the COO and co-founder came up to me and he said, you know, this technology, Bitcoin, blockchain technology, will find its utility when it goes to where you're from. I was like, where I'm from? What do you mean? Because I'm black? What does that mean, right? He goes, no, because you're African. And so we began to talk about the work that I was doing in the Niger Delta, specifically around building a platform to make sure capital gets deployed correctly and communities can have hospitals and roads and other public goods. We started to brainstorm. We said, you know, wouldn't it be amazing if money from all over the world went into Africa to help change it, and we could all build it together. This sounded like he was talking about the future, but I was hooked. And then I started to learn about smart contracts. And I realized the power of blockchain technology. One of the benefits is the ability to move value across borders. Now, today in Africa, we're in a very special, the whole world is in a very, very special moment right now. We're all feeling The truth of the matter is, everybody in the world is looking at us right now. The entire world is looking at Africa right now. The entire world is waiting for us to wake up and join them at the table because they need us. And the key for us to be transacting with the world and getting on the same table as everyone is this new technology. And that's why we decided to build Mara. We're building Mara to empower Africans' dreams. I remember while we were working on the project in the Niger Delta, there was a young 22-year-old guy that worked for us, and he was vocating. And he came up to me, and he said, "Chief, I'm tired. I'm 23, and I'm tired. I said, I'm tired of having all these dreams. I'm tired of having all this ambition and design and no support and no resources to support it. Now, when we look at Mara's ecosystem, is to solve that problem. For a young builder like Vogue, there should be resources. There should be people to support him. Because the utility that the blockchain industry is looking for is actually here in Africa. But we need education. We need access to tools. And every single one of us must own at least some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, because this is a generational asset. This is the asset of the millennials, of the Zoomers, globally. In Asia, India, Philippines, South Korea, 30 to 40% of the population is holding digital assets. The majority of our continent is under the age of 30. Blockchain, Bitcoin, digital assets is for us. And we are the ones to build the future. Building the future through blockchain technology. Now let me take you through the Mara ecosystem. We decided first to launch with our wallet because we knew it was absolutely important that every single African gets access to these generational technologies. And then after, we decided to launch the Academy because you have to know what you're investing in before you embrace it. And also, it's important that our moms and dads know what a smart contract is. Because if their sons and daughters are building and building these projects that are going to change the community, they've got to know what they're talking about. I promise you, last decade, I spent so much time trying to convince my father what a smart contract is. And today, he still doesn't know what a smart contract is. But he knows what Bitcoin is, and he knows it is the future. And now we start with the wallet because we want that democratic access to Bitcoin, digital assets. We then move to the Academy because we want folks to be educated and not to be afraid of this new world, this digital assets. That's actually one of the reasons why we call it Mara. So people have been asking, why is it called Mara? It's called Mara for two reasons. One, it's named after the Masai Mara, and I'll tell you why. Because most of the people look at, let's call it crypto, blockchain technology, and they're scared. They're worried. They think it's a jungle that they don't understand. And we wanted to let people know through education, through an app that's beautiful and easy to use, to bring them resources, that this is a jungle, but it's a benign jungle that we can all traverse. And it's also called Mara. I'm not gonna throw my, not that you guys know this, it's also called Mara because my niece is named Mara. And blockchain technology is about building the future, and that's what we're here to do. And so after we have the exchange, after we have the Academy, we'll be launching our full exchange. That's for the professional trader. And then we'll be launching our chain and our launchpad. And that's because we believe in African innovation, and we believe the entire world is waiting for African innovation. We're the spark plug for the entire world. I know it might not feel like it, but when you go everywhere else, it's slow. It's like walking through the village, to be really honest. The energy, the activity is here. And with Mara, we want to make sure we help usher in this new paradigm. So we want to support builders, folks who are building projects. They can build on our chain, they can enter our launch pad, and access capital worldwide. Because we're here to empower African dreams. So maybe for you, it's about taking some Naira and buying some Bitcoin or buying some USDC or Tether in order to preserve your savings. But for a lot of us here, it's about a solution that we have, a dream that we have. Maybe we see something that's happening in our community, and we think of a better way that it can work. And Mara is here for that building. Mara is here so that builder can build a hackathon, learn about blockchain technology, design and build a project with other people who are as passionate about building the future of Africa. Get funded and build it. Now I'm going to invite up to the stage co-founder and head of product and technology, Dirigo Bartuin, to go into the finer details of our product portfolio. If I see Dirk in the back, I see him hiding over there wearing that beautiful Mara sweatshirt. Please come on, Dirk.
Please also answer for Derek, please. Come on, guys. Yeah.
Thank you, G. How are we all? We okay? We okay?
Yeah.
Come on. We're going to have a little bit of a contract, I think. Where can I stand? That's going to get very loud. Okay. We're going to have a contract. In order for the slides to move on, we're probably going to need some noise. Sorry about this, but I seem to have lost the clicker. If anybody can help me. I don't have that. Oh yeah, thank you. All right, good man. All right, so to echo where she was, first of all, it is a genuine honor to be here. We've been working on this product for quite a considerable period of time, but all of the wrapping up and the difficulties have been over really in the last 4 or 5 months or so. And for those of you that were at our last event back in June, I believe it was, you'll know and see today just how far we've come within that very short period of time. So I want to thank you all for lending your presence to be here today. Everybody here is going to be seeing something that nobody else has seen. It's legitimately exclusive. It's internal only, but it's going to get into the detail. So we've been touring Ghana, Kenya, a lot of Africa. But every time I come to Nigeria, I think it's the energy that I get here that just kind of keeps the team going to be able to build it. And some of my team are here today. So we'll be around a little bit later to speak to you a little bit about it. So just move on to the next slide. Okay. So blockchain infrastructure in Africa is in its infancy, as Chi was just mentioning a moment ago. It's a real opportunity. The majority of the population in Africa remain unbanked, which is a real shame, but it's been the way it has been for a long, long time. And the current ecosystem is riddled with mistrust. A lot of folks don't really know who to trust these days when it comes to financial services. And yet, blockchain is poised to be one of the biggest innovators and disruptive innovators within Africa. And Mara is legitimately trying to lead that effort, not only today, but into the future as well. Our mission at Mara is to empower Africans' dreams. And we're going to be using blockchain technology. And we're going to provide a new way for folks to trade, build that passive wealth that she was mentioning. And then we're going to do that by providing financial inclusion for everybody. So Mara empowers Africans. How do we do that? We do that by focusing on 3 core areas. We have education. Education, such as our initiatives through Mara Academy, unlocks an awful lot of, I suppose, values in the individual in being able to build trust around Mara being able to have the confidence to go into the market in the first place, and do so in such a way where it feels lower risk. We focus on financial services, so we have a lot of finance products that are due to be announced as well. And that's an extensive product roadmap over a period of time. And then we're going to be introducing people to crypto, to financial services in a really beautiful way. This is something I'll be able to show you very soon. And then in investment into yourself, which lends its way back to education. And then that investment in yourself means that we're upskilling or taking folks with us along the way. In investment specifically, which I'll talk about in a moment, this is a great, beautiful way for people to be able to get out of their local currency and away from inflation, which is a real problem. So we wrap all of this up into what we call the Mara chain. I won't go too deep into chain today, only to say that all of our ecosystem is pinned around the Mara chain itself. We have 3 layers of the chain. We deal with things like settlements, the developers will come along and we build on top of that. But more importantly, it's an ecosystem where everything is all powered from one central place, and it's built here in Africa. It's an authentically African technology. So I'll speak a little bit more about the chain in the future. But for today, I wanted to bring everybody's attention to where we've come. In June, we released, for those of you that remember, we released the Mara, what we call the pre-launch wallet, which is really a waitlist, the ability for people to invite other folks into the ecosystem. It meant that we were able to reach the far corners of the whole continent, and it was phenomenal. You'll see some of the numbers. In the first month alone, we had over 200,000 individuals that came to the waitlist. These are verified users. These are not just email addresses. These are people that have come along, giving us their details, verified themselves, and we know that they are real people. So 200,000 in the month of June. We then rolled out the program soon after to what was at the time close to 10,000 Mara champions. Now champions are affiliates, agents, it can be anybody that buys into the Mara brand and wants to be able to extend our vision out to the four corners of the continent. Now in November, which is where we are of course today, this is where we're going to be launching the Mara wallet. Now, if you've been in the Mara pre-app, you'll already know what this number is, where it's a staggering number that in this time we've had 3.6 million verified users, not just downloads, but verified users within the Mara ecosystem. I mean, that deserves some form of reaction, right? Nearly 4 million people. Before we even launched the product, it's unprecedented. I'm 20 years now doing this, and in all that time, I've never seen this anywhere else in the world, nor in Europe, nor in the US, or even the Far East. There's only 4 million users. The Champion Network has grown to 30,000. In fact, this morning it was higher, it was 34,000. I just rounded down. It was easy to do. Now, these are users from all over, not just Africa actually, but Nigeria, Kenya, and Ghana. Now, the majority of the users, thankfully, are within this great country here. Around 85% thereabouts within Nigeria. But we've also reached the UK, Italy, Brazil, Colombia, you name it, we are global. Now, the Mara wallet, getting into it. Some basics first. What do you do when you reach such a large audience? Well, you have to support them. That means having language support that people can understand. English is easy for us, but we at Mara believe that we're going to have to support at least a couple to begin with. Nigerian Pidgin and Swahili. So we need to have that language support, not just English to the right people. So we're going to support English, Nigerian Pidgin, Swahili, and we're going to keep adding to this. It's a commitment for us from an accessibility point of view. We can't reach everybody unless they know exactly what it is that we're doing. Okay, we treat privacy So privacy for us comes from you owning your data, you protecting your data, and you protecting your data from other people. So we take security incredibly seriously. With Mara, I'm going to use that. I'll try. Hello. Hello. Is that better? Maybe I can sing a song. Alright, so with security, we've taken a bit of an interesting approach. So with the Mara wallet, if you're already in there today, you'll know that there is no password. So how do we protect data without offering a password? We do this by enabling device identification, such as biometrics, setting your own account PIN, a lot easier to remember. We also have this great feature that we call stealth mode, which means that if anybody's looking over your shoulder or you're asked to reduce, for whatever reason, your account balances, you can enable the stealth mode very, very quickly, and then it turns into no balances at all, simply the date and the time as well. I mean, and the only way you can unlock that is through the same mechanism to which you unlock the app itself. So it's going to be face or some other biometrics. So that is security within the wallet itself. Passwordless, passwords are a thing of the past. There's no need to get focused on that. Alright. Folks, if you're going to be building any form of infrastructure or technology anywhere around the world, you're going to have to do so in a compliant way. I believe we've got some of our partners here today that have helped us over the last few months to get through that regulatory process that we need to have. Everybody coming into the Mara wallet does so seamlessly. They simply just provide their BVN number and their face. That's it. And using just that information, we're able to verify everything that we need to remain compliant, but also to ensure that your address is verified automatically. And that's a big deal because verifying African addresses is difficult. It's not easy for folks sometimes to have utility bills in their name or the ability to provide a lot of documentation. So it's been a real challenge for Mara to solve this, and I feel like we are probably one of the first to do so. I truly believe that's a very elegant way. Users just provide their face, and we do everything else. She mentioned about academy. Everything starts with education. What we don't want to do is to invite a lot of people into the wallet and they just start to speculate. They just start to gamble. There's a gambling culture within everyone and we don't begrudge it, but we want to do so in a really educated way. So thanks to the initiatives of the Mara Academy, we're going to be building all of the lesson plans within the wallet itself. Really beautiful, really easy to get through, and it isn't just learning. You're also unlocking value. You're unlocking value where you can then earn. We call it learn to earn. You learn something, and we're going to give you some value. And then the idea is we should be able to, now that we've been educated, take that value and earn from it. Now, how do we do that? The easiest, most beautiful way on the planet, I promise you, of how to be able to invest some of that learning credit that we've given you. You can put that into a form of a savings account. We call it an earn account, Mara. You choose how long you would like to use that for, and then we're going to tell you up front how much you will earn within that period. But the best of it is, there's no minimum values, there's no maximums, and there's no lockup. So if you change your mind and you want to come out immediately, that's also fine. No commitment, no minimum, that's Mara. Thank you. So when was the last time you tried to send value to something, especially within a wallet? We all have wallets in our phones. They're not as good as Mara, I can tell you, but we do have them. And every time you try to do that, there's always some complication in the way to be able to send value from one person to the next person. So with Mara Send, which I'm going to speak to you about now, we decided to make it as simple as possible. This is the ability for you to send value to friends, to your family, to anyone, anywhere. Any person that is holding the Mara wallet can receive that value instantly and very, very low cost. In fact, free in a lot of the time. So that means that if you're going to your local market and you want to pick up something dead quick, in the future, we believe that there'll be enough people with a wallet, and we're already there close to 4 million, right? In that time, folks are going to be able to just pull out their phone and be able to receive that value instantly. So this is what it looks like. It's very simple. You have folks that you know in a list that you can choose. You can tell how much you want to send. We support any account that you've got within the wallet, any currency whatsoever, will allow you to send it from one person to another instantly. So in this case, this person is sending B2C, and they've just gone from one click to confirm, and it's there. So as Mara said, we're really excited to roll this out. We think it's going to be legitimately very, very, very efficient. So thank you. Those are the core areas of the Mara wallet that we're going to be releasing this week. So in the meantime, I'd like to just play a quick reel, show you in real, and then I'll give you some thank yous after. If you can play the reel, please, that'll be great. This is not the reel. Just while they're sorting that out. So here we're now going to see some of the transaction activity, how quick and easy it is to get in and out of the Mara wallet. Wasn't that easy to get in? So the trading, we're going to go and buy some Bitcoin now. That's simple. Just 2 plates. Okay, that's everything.
gentlemen, let's put hands together for Sarah as she shares specific and exciting information about what the Mara community and Mara Academy has been up to. Over to you, Sarah.
Good evening, everyone. Can you first please? Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I'm sure we're all having a wonderful evening. Like our host and as said, my name is Sarah Dausa. I'm the lead of the Nigerian Sophie and Community team. And today I will be sharing with us our plans and everything we have for Africa as a whole during the Mara Foundation. Now, the Mara Foundation is the non-profit channel of Mara, where our target, or actually our goal, is to train 1 million people to impact 1 million people. And we aim to help young African developers, entrepreneurs, innovators, and even governments to help build solutions to Africa's most pressing problems by building the solutions using the blockchain technology. And I'm sure we've seen the reels I just did. And we're aiming to do all of this by investing in people directly, as well as their ideas that they have, through the Mara Academy, which we brought in to educate people. Now, by educating people, I don't mean just educated ones like people who understand English. Using the Mara Academy, we aim to educate people using our very local languages like Pidgin, Hausa, Igbo, and even Swahili for the Kenyans. And as time goes on, like as we spread across other countries, we aim to do this using their own very local languages. And we also have the various communities at Mara, like the digital communities like our Telegram and our Discord, where we hold sessions to educate people, bringing in mentors and like big offshore in the blockchain space, both here in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, to come and educate us in specific topics like things to know that we need to learn about the blockchain and how to drive through it. And we are not just doing this all alone, we also aim to bring in the government bodies and to educate them and let them know and understand that the blockchain is not their enemy, that the blockchain is actually for everyone and it is for them to come on and build on it. We also aim to do all of this using our offline communities, which spreads through our campus ambassador program and our non-campus programs. For the campus programs, we're having the developers get, because I'm sure we all know that we have lots of Africans who have ideas, like things that they want to do.
No, number one is on your left. Now, what's the committee terms here?
Developers who came to solve the problem of payments, like they came to help build the structure where payments are made possible at Masai, because after the COVID, they haven't been able to like save money to support the locals who actually in charge of the
What do you say?
So young developers they brought together to come and build
Hello, what do you say?
and that's just one of the many plans that we have at Mara to help all these young developers use these solutions and give them like a way to start off for them to move on with whatever it is that they have to do. We also have crypto geeks whom we want to bring together to come and share ideas with people and also educate the little ones, the old ones, the market women, and even the people, random people with research. So please join us to build the Mara Academy and to build Africa. Thank you.
president to take us into what the sales team has been up to so far and what they are going Dapo Adeniyi. Let's put our hands together for him.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, so hope you're having a good evening. So we're talking about what we've been up to in the sales team. My name is Adedapo Adeniyi. I'm the sales operations supervisor here at Mara. And as you can see on the screen, there are a lot of numbers. So in sales is really a lot about numbers, and I'll be speaking to those numbers now. But before I go on, what is our mandate? As the sales team, our mandate is to actually entrench Mara as the most preferred crypto option in Africa and beyond. Isn't that amazing? And we've been doing this so far by going for events. We've organized about 22 events, as you saw on the reel, both in Nigeria and Kenya. We've been in major cities in Nigeria. We've been in Abuja, we've been in Port Harcourt, we've been in Enugu, even in Kenya, we've been in Nairobi, Jinja, Mombasa, Marketplace. And in all these events, we've been able to acquire about 11,000 attendees in these events. And it's no brainer that we have millions of users today because we have a distribution channel. And that distribution channel is what we call the Champion Network. In the Champion Network, we have two phases. We have champions and we have super champions. So our champion count today is about 33,000 champions. And the mind-blowing thing is, one thing you wouldn't know is that in all states in Nigeria today, we have Mara present. Can we keep Mara present? In every state in Nigeria today, there is Mara champions present. And the same applies in Kenya too. We have Mara champions in every province in Kenya. And these are some of the beautiful work we've done. And the sweet thing is that our champions are not only bringing users for us, they are also telling people in their communities, which is actually the plan. We want them to tell people about the Mara gospel in their community. That's why we have this 21% activity for our champions. So these are some of the things that we've been up to in the sales team, and we have some upcoming events. For example, this week we'll be doing the Lagos Trade Fair, and we have some upcoming events in Kenya. We'll be going to the events. So watch this space. We might be coming to a city near you soon. Thank you.
What beautiful
Thank you, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. And I want to say thank you to Dapo as well for sharing the incredible work the Champions Network are doing. So my name is Susan. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at Mara. And one of the key objectives of my role is to give authentic storytelling. It's key that as Mara, we tell African stories to an African audience. So it's important we own the narrative of storytelling and show how Mara can enable Nigerians to achieve financial literacy and most importantly, financial empowerment. So with this in mind, I'd love to show you a beautiful content piece that features our super champion who's in the house, Mr. Sanusi Danjuma, and please stand up.
My name is Sanusi Danjuma. I started there about when I was a student at university. That was around 2011, 2012. In 2019, that was when I started investing into crypto. Most of my people that are living around me never even had the word crypto. I decided to start investing crypto into them, and many of them they find it difficult because most of our people are not understanding English very well. I was thinking of okay, let me create a YouTube channel. So I will be teaching my people crypto in Hausa because that's the only language to understand. And that was how I set up my small studio, my home, and I started doing the videos. This is like saying I go to class my dream is to let our youth involve themselves in crypto and understand it with the kind of champion and super champion programs that Mara brought to our people. Our people now realize that crypto is genuine. I have recruit about 150 champions. I know many super champions that got failed by Mara by just recruiting champions under them. And these champions of things, I expect that I have to go places and doing my things offline and online. I am recruiting champions in my area. There are many married people that are finding it difficult to feed their families. I recruit them to Mara champions and they have been fed. Even me that have recruited 150, I have been fed. So we say thank you, Mara. We really appreciate your champion and super champion program. Thank you, Mara, for empowering us. Thank you.
Mara, every single person in this room is part of the Mara tribe. You are also Mara, so thank you for taking the time out to come tonight. I also want to give you some insight on some activations and partnerships we have coming up for the rest of the year. We only have 2 months of it, but it's very packed. So first off, we are proud partners of the Ghana Football Association. So I can exclusively reveal we're going to be shooting some very amazing content in Doha with the Black Stars in the next couple of weeks, so please look out for that. Cheers, Not only that, we are proud partners of Afro Nation in Ghana as well. So we're going to be taking the Maraverse to Accra in December. Out to that too. You want to come? Let's a reminder as well that if you haven't been able to spend it, please leave your details with them. It's really important to get your details so you can be onboarded as the first people in the world to try out Mara Wallet. So please give us your details. And then I'd love to call Doug and Chief back to the stage, please. Please come back. And while they make their way back, we have some food coming your way. We also have DJ Entertainment in the form of DJ Spinel, who will be playing us out today with our lovely house DJ here, who will take over shortly. But please Doug and Chief come to the stage. So in summation, we welcome you all into our Mara tribe this evening, and we hope you enjoyed experiencing the Maraverse. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming through. We love you guys and we appreciate your presence. Thank you so much. What we've been able to do tonight is to give you guys. Okay, thank you. Let's not stay out for the technical guys. What we've been able to do tonight is to give you guys a sneak peek and, in fact, more details into what Mara is about, into where we are going, into the giant and the beast that we are building. And I'm very sure with all the videos, with every departmental updates that you've seen, I want to believe that you're ready to be part of us. You're already part of us. And again, thank you guys so much for taking our time. Please let's put our hands together for ourselves again. We appreciate you. Thank you, Chief. This is where we talk to people.
Okay, a few parting thoughts. I just want everybody to remember today, because over the next 3 to 4 or 5 years, the continent is changing, and Mara is going to drive that revolution. These are the most exciting times in our lives. Some of the people in this room are working on some of the most special and most interesting projects that are going to change how we live, how we communicate, and how we transact with each other. And we were all here today for the early days of Mara. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. As they make their way back to the seats. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Derek. Yeah, let's have some food, please. Can we food,